G'day everyone, it's Anton here from Garage Door Automation, coming to you from the beautiful city of Adelaide. I just want to show you today a fix for a common problem that seems to plague people who have roller doors, and that's a squeaky, loud, piercing noise when the roller itself is opening and closing. I'll give you an example here because this is a very good example. I'll just close it now so you can have a listen. Quite piercing, isn't it? Okay, now a lot of people mistakenly think that this noise is actually coming from here, okay, from the tracks. Now we can see that there is some rub marks here because there's actually metal on metal. Okay, if we pull that aside here, we can actually see, probably not so good with the camera here, but we can see there's actually metal on metal. But that's not actually what's making the noise. I'll demonstrate that further when I show you how to fix this, which includes taking this off. So you'll see that this is not actually making the noise. The noise itself is coming, that kind of noise anyway, is coming from up here. I'm not saying that the tracks won't make any noise, but that kind of noise you're hearing is coming from up here inside the roller itself. Now, the roller is held up here by a shaft, goes all the way along, okay? On this shaft is a big, thick coil spring, which basically controls the tensioning of the door. Now, this varies in length, where it goes to, depending on the door, okay? These ones here usually go to around here, but again, it can depend on the brand of roller door that you have, okay? So basically the spring goes on the shaft in here, and that's what's causing the noise, okay? Now that spring is for the tensioning of the door. I might do another video on this another time, but basically to make sure your door's got the right tension, I'll just disengage this here. So if you have your door around about halfway, it should stay there, okay? If there's correct tension on the door, it should stay where it is there. That's about halfway. If there is too much tension on the spring, then this door will go up from halfway. If you put it at halfway and let it go, it'll go up, okay? Which means there's too much tension on the door. If you have it at halfway and it drops down, then you don't have enough tension on the door. The door's straining too much, okay? The motor will strain too much if you've got a motor on there as well, if you've got incorrect tension. Okay, so it should stay about halfway there. If it's not, then you need to re-tension it, but that's a video for later. Okay, I can show you how to do that as well later. For now, we just want to get the ideal environment so we can automate the door, basically. Okay, so you'll notice here we've got the motors on this side here. So to able to get your hand in to lubricate these springs on the shaft here is next to impossible unless you take this off. But even if you take this off, you're constrained by the length of your arm. Okay, you're not going to be able to fit your arm too far in here, not anywhere near far enough to get right to the end where you need to get to the end of the spring. Okay, here is even more extreme. I wouldn't even be able to get a can of lubricant up there, let alone get my arm very far in there, okay? So that's not going to work. One of the options you would have is to take the whole door down, but that would be a big drama. We're not going to have to do that, but it is going to require a little bit of mucking around, but the door and everything will be able to stay up here. It's just a matter of removing the runners here and then pulling the door down. I'll show you in another video. Anyhow, this video will have to be in two parts. So in the next video I'll show you exactly the practical aspect of it, and we'll see how it goes. This one here, by the way, I did a couple of days ago, so I'll just put that one on. to show you. If I can get the right button, here we go. So, quiet as a church mouse. So that's for all the doubters out there that this doesn't work. It does. Okay, this one here was making 3 times the noise of this one here, and this one was really shrieking, piercing noise that I'm sure my neighbours over here wouldn't have been too appreciative of. So yeah, the next video will explain it in more depth, how to actually do it practically, and that's it. Cheers.